Hey everybody, welcome to our end of the year spectacular here at Clandestine Cabal. I'm Jason.
And I'm Ben.
And I'm Matt.
And basically we only have one comic come out on New Year's Eve, and that is Blackest Night number 6.
Aww.
And we're gonna like just review this one comic, and I want to start off by saying this series is just getting better and better. I mean, the only problem that is with it is, like, the last couple issues have been a little bit questionable given their material, and it could be, like, a point when a lot of people are, like, saying, oh, this is getting ridiculous. I don't think so. I think Jeff Johns manages to utilize the Green Lantern story, and it really is Green Lantern becoming part of, like, the DC universe and kind of, like, taking control of the DC universe. And Ivan Rice's art continues to be amazing. He's just so good. There's so many great two-page spreads. I mean, one with John Stewart where he's like leading all the Black Lanterns back to Earth.
Well, he's not leading them.
He's like
running away from them.
He's running away from all of the Black Lanterns in the galaxy. And he's just... the art is so amazing, so detailed. And I'm going to shut up now and kick the ball.
Okay. I could barely control myself waiting to talk about this wonderful issue. Just I don't know what to say. I knew that this was a DC event and that it encompassed more than just Green Lantern, but it wasn't until this issue that I felt like that it was more than just a great Green Lantern story, and that it affected everyone in the DC universe. It, like, from all the way from, you know, your big three, like Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, to, like, the smallest characters that, I mean, you wouldn't even think of. Like, look at who's headlining this story. It's like Green Lantern and The Flash. And, I mean, you have Ray Palmer, who, I mean, I'm slowly falling in love with in this story.
Jeff Johns has done an amazing job bringing him into, like, the forefront.
I was very surprised about how much I actually cared about what he was doing. So, yeah. Kudos, Jeff Johns, and excellent issue. Pick it up, please. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah, this is one of the only comics I've actually picked back up and read about 10 times in a day. Words can hardly describe the amazingness of this issue. It proves how much of a badass that Barry Allen is. I mean, if you can outrun speeding Black Lantern rings by running 2 seconds into the future, I mean, nothing else. But
it's enough right there.
Another thing is, it's great because he makes kind of like pseudo references to a lot of things, and he makes a Queen reference kind of late in the issue. But it's a reference to the song "I Want It All," and you guys will understand once you read the issue. It's amazing.
It's not the first time a Queen reference has been made.
No,
Remember Countdown?
Yeah, Countdown when he made it. What was it? The
Show
final
Must
countdown,
Go On.
Show Must Go On. Yes.
Final Countdown is Europe.
Shh.
Anyway, yeah, do what Ben said. Go pick it up. Go pick up 2, just to have one for collector's value.
And that brings us to an end in the year 2009, and this has been a crazy year for comics. I think for the first time in a long time, DC has trumped Marvel, because I mean it started off with Final Crisis kind of leaving the DC universe in disarray. I mean, nobody knows what's happening with Wonder Woman. Batman's dead, Bruce Wayne's dead, and Superman's leaving to go to New Krypton.
That's the Trinity just gone.
Yeah, your big three is gone, but yet, look what's come out of that. You've had an amazing running storyline in Superman. You have great comics like Batman and Robin, and Detective Comics. And Wonder Woman has a great Blackest Night 3-issue miniseries.
So far.
First issue
And Rise
so far,
of the Olympian.
Yes, Rise of the Olympian was good.
And it's just been so great. DC has just been amazing. And, of course, Blackest Night led into perfectly great stories, and we've pretty much got one of the best events.
Yeah, they're finally fixing every continuity error. Thank you, Jeff Johns.
2009 is my first full year of comics. So, yay! And yes, so I'm no longer the new guy to the comic book world, but it's been a heck of a journey for me to going from knowing very, very little to knowing just a little. So it's been really interesting to just catch up and learn about all these characters that have such rich backstories because they've just been around for so long. So it's been I'm very much enjoyed this year in comics.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of consider this the year of Deadpool. Over the course of this year, he has gotten a total of 4 ongoing series. Isn't it 4 ongoing?
Well, they're working on Deadpool Core. That'll launch next.
Okay, so 3 official,
2010.
all that. Plus announcing of a movie, and he was in that one crappy movie. Well, I won't name it because
just the film that should not be named.
But yeah, he's had a lot of stuff. Granted, I think they're overusing him a little bit, but he's my favorite Marvel character, so I can't complain. You just had to say it.
He's actually doing really well.
Yeah.
I just want to say about Marvel. I mean, did you still have stuff to say?
I was going to say Green Lantern all the way.
Marvel, I'm not saying that they had a bad year. I mean, they had War of Kings, which from everything that I've heard was a great story. And, I mean, Deadpool was pretty well used for the most part. But, I mean, Dark Reign was a little bogged down. That's what I think.
It started out strong.
It started out strong, but then afterwards just Dark Reign's still going on.
Yeah, I've kind of seen that pattern in Marvel. It's like, they have all this build-up, and then the ending of, each of these series just kind of seems mundane and just, kind of reused. Like Siege, I mean, they're basically redoing the Civil War plot.
Well, to their credit, they're cutting down how long it's going to last. So it's not going to be oh my god, it's still happening. Hopefully.
But one thing I do want to say about Marvel, Spider-Man, number 600 and The Gauntlet, great stories, and it looks like it'll continue to be great. And probably the greatest thing to come out of Dark Reign, Invincible Iron Man stories, very good.
Yep.
And it looks like another great year is coming up, and we've got Iron Man 2 to look forward to in the movie department.
We also have Kick-Ass for all the indie
fans. Kick-Ass!
And hopefully,
Kick-Ass.
Hopefully Green Lantern will start filming sometime this year.
As long as they can find a location.
And so we will try to be here every week in 2010 to help you guys along.
In the summer, so.
Hold your hands through the scary comic book world. I've been there.
But I think we've rambled on enough. If you guys have any questions about anything and you'd like them answered in a show, just email us at clandestinecabal@gmail.com. And if you like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and you can also search us on Facebook and become a fan. So have a great end of 2009 and a great 2010.
Come back now here.
See you next year.